Okay, I'll stand over here. So I suppose there's lots of different people in the room. Some tour operators might be working with us already and some that aren't working with us yet. So we thought we'd do a little Q&A session, and Katie can run through if anyone's got any specific questions about how to sign up with Viator, about getting the most out of their listing on Viator, anything about the TripAdvisor booking buttons. We can show you how to do it. So I just wanted to throw it out there. So I suppose, who are the tour operators in the room? And are you already working with Viator? I know a few. So are there any questions you had about your listings on Viator or anything you wanted to share? And that's a question and comment we get a lot. We don't pass on email addresses, and it's because of global security laws. I know there's other online tour and activity sites in Australia that do pass them on, but we can't because of global laws, because we do have 70% of our business is coming internationally. And that's why we created the closed loop messaging system. So that works really well. You just have to click the button.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is that we have everything recorded in our bookings. So if a client comes back to us and said, oh, the operator told me this, we know exactly what you've told them. So.
Can you also tell Michelle what booking systems interface with Viator? Is it a huge list or just a main view? I think it was one.
Yeah, so we're connected now with about 100 different reservation systems. There's so many different systems for tour and activities. And when you're thinking we're dealing with global operators, there's so many we have to connect through to. The main ones in Australia that people are working on, Resty, they did a really good sweep of smaller sort of ma and pa operated operators. And that's working really well. And they're constantly upgrading their services as well, so they're bringing in new features all the time.
Yep.
So that's probably for a lot of our smaller operators. Then we work with systems like Booking Boss. JRS is another one. A lot of cruise operators are working on JRS.
Bookio. We do a few with.
It's amazing how many bookings people are actually missing out on because they don't have that last minute availability. So being connected, I mean, we're popping in bookings, after midnight or, filling empty seats.
To be able to be on Viator, no. So we work with, how many as a percentage would you say connected?
At the moment, probably only about 30%.
30%. So we still work with operators who work in a diary or an Excel spreadsheet, and that's not an issue. It would just mean that you would get a manual booking request every time a booking's made, and that's no issue for us at all. It's probably more easier for the operators more than anything to have that connectivity and the last minute availability, but there's nothing to stop your listing or anything.
And maybe
like that.
that's a point as well. You can always get started off, and we'll use our traditional booking methods where we'll be sending through an email notification every time we make a booking. But then, once you work out how that's working for you, maybe then you can have a look at what reservation systems you can work with. There's two ways, I think, of anything with your images. Just make sure you have really great quality images on your pages. The images sell products. What we always find works best is having people enjoying themselves, people in the images, so people can see other people doing it and put themselves in that situation. Changing them, I probably wouldn't, because people then, if we get a lot of people coming on the site doing their research, coming back, and they're they might have found your product, they're identifying with that, and that's what they'll come through to. But what I would say is make sure you just have the best quality images possible. With Viator, we only need you to supply the 2 images, and then all the other images on the site are all our traveller posted images. So, yeah, we're usually negotiating that with each of our suppliers that come through. We're usually working on inbound rates that are pretty much industry standard for I suppose any international distributors, but yeah, we talk to each operator about that individually.
And just also, I guess, on top of that as well, to actually sign up, create an account, list your products, and for us to distribute throughout the affiliate partner network is actually free. So we would do that, work with you on your behalf to distribute everything, and then it's just on that margin basis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a reason. So when you put your products on Viator, we're distributing out to about 3,000 other sites. So it could be airlines, hotel groups. And basically for us to get the best search results on Viator, we need unique content. So we have a team of copywriters that will rewrite your submission. So you're actually getting the two different listings. So one to make sure we can distribute out to all our partners, and the other to make sure we're putting your products at the top of a search.
Yeah.
And that's a really good put. So we're getting reviews on TripAdvisor, of course, and then also on Viator. Now with Viator, they are verified reviews, so you can only post a review on Viator if you've actually booked that tour or activity with us. So it's really qualifying the TripAdvisor review, so it's good to have reviews on both listings.
Yeah. I know we're running out of time, but really, really, really quickly, this is, I guess, a real just snapshot of our online system as well, which you would have access to. So everyone has an account once you've signed up. Most of it's really self-explanatory, but you'll have access to bookings at any time, access to products, both loading and amending your existing products at any time, ability to block out anything. So if you've sold out or if there's a day you're not operating, that can be blocked out instantaneously and removed from all sites. Reports, you can run your own booking reports, manifests, etc. Reviews, which you can respond to as well. Manage users, so you're adding logins for your finance team or your reservations team or whatever it might be. Remittance advices and contact details and all that kind of stuff. So that's what you would have access to when loading or when working with us. Yep.
And there is this brochure on your tables as well, so there's a lot more information in there about our distribution network and also how to get started. So the actual attraction itself will have the lead booking button. So we really need to get that listed, because at the moment we're probably showing a price that's much higher than what your entry is. But what we're trying to do is, if people are looking at that TripAdvisor page and we can show them all the different ways that they can visit you, whether it's direct entry, whether they want to do it on a day trip, they might want a private tour. So that's why we put various booking buttons on there. But we really need to get you signed up so that we can get the right pricings. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.